All right, I'm here to talk about the marketing angle of no money down needed to start a business. So this is partially true, partially false. So what I want to do is break down a little bit of different ways that you can do it. So in some of the challenges of using it in marketing and some of the benefits of using this line in your marketing. So number one, I do believe it's true. You don't need money to start a business. I'm living proof of that. I have started a business from bootstrapped, and I've also started companies with money. The first bigger company I ever started, I actually used money, right? So I put money into the business. I invested in all these ridiculous servers and computer systems and all this, stuff that frankly I probably didn't need because I just didn't spend the money wisely when I had it. So I got the money through flipping real estate and stacking cash, and I decided to get into the mortgage industry. So I put that money back into growing the business, getting into a building, a bunch of things I didn't really need to do. I could have probably done a better job bootstrapping it. The challenge was with that business is, we built really quick. The money helped kind of put all the pieces in place, but I was very bloated because I had the money and I didn't use it properly. But more importantly, I ended up, because we were bloated and everything else, I ended up losing everything in that company and going bankrupt, which I've talked about in previous content for you to go look back if you want to see it. But what happened is, after that happened, I was dead broke and I needed to figure out how to start a new company. I was like, so I started I had to bootstrap. I had no money. And the next company I built was in the marketing space, and it took time. It took a lot of time. It took a lot of grit, a lot of energy and hours to make that business work. I had to learn a lot on my own going forward because I didn't have the money to build it. I didn't have the money to put towards the resources to grow it, but I did have the time, energy, and effort and resiliency to be able to grow it. So, yes, you can say no money needed in your marketing, and it's true, right? There's a lot of people who built businesses by bootstrapping with no money, but at the same time, when you use it in your marketing, and here's the big rub with it, is when you use it in the marketing, you're going to attract people who have no money to start a business. And so if you're a person trying to sell products and services or consulting and you're saying these things and you're attracting some people that don't have any money to grow their business, then they're not going to have money to invest in the products, services, and offers that you've got, right? There's going to be a challenge there. And I'm another prime case of that. So when I had no money to start a business, and I built my education company up, I did a bunch of marketing, I started doing real estate deals. Well, I eventually put together a real estate kind of coaching process and product, and my whole hook on that was no money needed to invest in real estate, get started today. And so what happened is I started attracting a lot of people who were trying to find a quick buck, right? They wanted a quick buck, they wanted a get rich quick kind of set up for them. They didn't have the money and they didn't want to put in the time. And what happened is we ended up building that business off of that and extracting people that weren't always that way. We attracted a lot of the wrong people. We also attracted some of the right people, so we got to the right people and we helped them grow. But the challenge with that model was I woke up one day and I was like, I really just don't want to be in this space anymore. Because when people start kind of dishing a lot of that stuff onto you of, getting mad at you because they didn't get rich quick overnight, and they weren't willing to put in the time, energy, and effort like I was when I was, broke and had nothing, it became very taxing and mentally draining, right? So I decided, all right, can't do this anymore, sold those companies, and then moved on. And the most recent business I started is I actually pumped a bunch of money into it in regards to growing a media company, but I understood that's what it took, right? To attract and start working with a different clientele. So with that, in your marketing, if you use no money to attract marketing, be cautious on how you use it because you might attract the wrong clientele. So if you change your marketing up and you tell people it will take money to grow your business, you're going to attract people that do have money. They're probably not in the mindset of get rich quick. They're more in the mindset of build a long-term asset, right? And maybe they obviously want to, and then you can figure out when you get on calls with them and talk to them, what is their timeline for that. So there's just a little kind of tweak in your languaging that can have a massive effect on the people you attract. So I really want to just talk through this process as if you're developing your messaging right now for your business, be very, very careful on how you leverage your words. and how you use those words in that marketing to make sure that you're attracting the people that you want. So fast forward now, right? So I talked about how we got into the mortgage industry. I had money to grow it and invest in it. Then I lost it all. Then I started it back in real estate. And then I started an education company and started doing some of this other stuff. I didn't have money, so I had to bootstrap it and make money. And I ended up not being happy with that business based on I was using the wrong language to grow it. And then now where we sit is we own a company and a media company that we've been in the marketing space for a long time. We own a media company now, and it is dealing with people that are spending and know how to invest $30,000 in a traffic source or $100,000 in a traffic source. They're looking to invest money because they know the return they're going to get. So we're dealing with a different level of client than we were previously. So really, the point is drive home is like be very, very cautious on how you're going to leverage the language in your marketing to attract the right people that you want to work with. And more importantly, you have to understand who you want to work with and identify who you want to work with. Otherwise, you'll just take anybody and then end up in a kind of an operation that you might not be too happy with. And then you got to go figure out a new solution, right? So trying to save you from that. So, hey, people sometimes when they get into business, they don't take the time to understand who they want to work with, and they just want to sell to make money to keep the machine moving, right? So just take the time, do it, because you're going to end up long term. Short term, yeah, you can get a win and just sell anybody, but long term for a business that you like, you want to use that languaging properly so you can have clients that you like that you can grow with and have a long-term business as opposed to a short-term quick cash grab like a lot of people do in the space. So with that, do me a favor. If you gain value from this video, like, comment, and share it with somebody who will as well. Thank you.